Hello, hello, and welcome to Light Sprinkles. I'm Spring Ulrich, and thank you for joining me today for another session and conversation. And thank you for hanging out with me on my amazing hammock. This is one of my favorite places to be, and it is such a relaxation zone for me. It really, truly is my favorite space in my world currently. I just love my two trees and my space here near the river and in my backyard. It just has been such a really wonderful place to rest and rejuvenate and to kick my feet up. I love, love, love this hammock. So thank you for joining me and being with me in taking a bit of relaxation and taking a few breaths. Today I have been spending a lot of time in just being and giving myself that gift of allowing myself to be in that beingness, because that's not always an easy place to allow myself to be, simply because the list can be long and the to-do list can go on, and my goals and my dreams can be quite having a list of their own to work toward that achieving and becoming and furthering that needle. So that feeling that I need to keep doing and taking steps toward that goal is absolutely powerful, and I am doing it. And there's also those times and moments when I need to kind of step back and allow myself that break and the relaxation, and just to be in life, to enjoy the beautiful day and to enjoy the wonderful that I have around me. So today I'm outside here watching my daughter as I'm creating this video and this podcast for you, and I'm watching my daughter be in her little swimming pools or little wading pools, and she's got her little floaties on, and we today have spent time jumping on the trampoline, and we got to experience getting into the river, which is pretty rare because I don't really go into the river with my children very often, simply because it is a concern for me to be in the river, especially with three, because the current can be very strong, and I just really respect the power of water and the force that it is, and I really want to make sure that they're safe. So we really haven't spent a whole lot of time in the water. And yesterday, after my husband and I went for a jog around our property, I decided that I was inspired by one of my coaches that I follow to just tap into my wild self, into my wild side. And I really felt like I wanted to get into the river, because I don't really do that. And I live right here and it's right there, and I don't really let myself have that juicy experience of just being a part of the river. So I really wanted to do that, and I love having that cold water experience anyway. And it just wakes everything up, and it's a wonderful experience. If you've ever listened to any of Jim Hoff, I think it's Jim Hoffman's, the Jim Hoff method of, he does a lot of cold therapy in his teaching and his online stuff, where he does just a lot of cold therapy and talks about how it wakes your brain up and is a great form of healing itself. So I got into the river. I had actually taken my shirt off. I had my sports bra on and kept my yoga pants on, and just took my shoes off and went into the river and got into my neck deep. And I have a little cove that is really really beautiful and still, and then it quickly drops off and goes right into the channel, where it moves really swiftly. So I have to really be cautious in that area that I don't go too far beyond the place where it's got that really calm segue onto the little embankment where I can get in and out. And so I just followed the path that my dog had created and our neighbor's dogs have created, and I just went down into the water and just enjoyed neck deep. And so I wanted to do that again today. So I took my daughter, when we both had life jackets on this time. When I went by myself and it was early morning and the kids were already asleep, I didn't actually wear a life jacket, simply because I knew it was calm right there. But with my daughter, I definitely took a life jacket for myself and for her in the event that I needed to show up to do any emergency anything. So I just really have caution and respect for the river, and always want to make sure to have a life jacket and just be smart and safe. Anyway, so water safety, love yourself enough to wear your life jacket, have your kids wear their life jacket, and just be water wise. So with that, I've just been really experiencing and being in the joy of being outside, being outdoors, and loving that, and working on allowing myself to really enjoy it in that juiciness. And also I've been dancing today and really getting into that dance, and working on allowing myself to really feel how my body wanted to move, and just really express through my dance and my body, and being outdoors and loving myself that way. And so today I want to express and talk to you about and share with you this concept that I've been journaling on myself, which is lava love. And in my soul writing and journaling, I came upon lava love. And lava love for me is a wonderful visualization of the experience of how to allow that love for myself to bubble up, like as if it was inside of a volcano, beginning from within, and truly loving myself enough and allowing it to erupt and just explode. And then when I'm so full up with that love, when I have filled myself up and allowed myself to love and to experience and to be in my joy, in my bliss, and love myself in all the parts that are difficult to love, in all the ways that it's challenging for me to feel like it's okay for me just to relax or take part of the day off and not be striving and achieving or accomplishing, and that I'm still okay, I'm still lovable in those moments and in all moments. And when I can give myself the love and continue to love myself through all of everything and fully accept myself, then that love builds and it builds and it builds, and then it can get to the point where I'm full enough, I'm filling that saucer cup up so that it can just fill up that volcano of my heart and explode and just go out and get all over everything else in my life and in everyone else's life that I touch. Because here's the other coin. I mean, with a volcano, we can erupt so quickly and so easily in any emotion. Whether it's in self-criticism, that can just build and build and build. If I'm constantly criticizing myself and telling myself negative things all day and saying, oh, I should have done this, or I could have done that better, or look at this, I didn't get that done, or oh, I forgot about this, or whatever it is that I'm being hard on myself about, or criticizing myself about, or even anyone else that I'm criticizing someone else, that is easily building and building an eruptional explosion that gets all over everyone else and everything else. It could be that. So in my journal work, I wrote down that we can either erupt and explode in anger, or we can erupt in self-love. So I really am working toward being conscious on erupting in self-love, rather than erupting in anger, or erupting in criticism, or erupting in frustration. I want my eruptions to be love. I want them to all be so juicy and loving that it just sends out love all over the place. Airplane! I hear an airplane coming over, so if you watched any of my other videos, you know that whenever I hear an airplane or see an airplane, then I think about my late husband. So that's a perfect little moment to just take a little pause and send off the love. So yeah, with that, just how much love can we stand? Wow, that was really low, airplane. How much love can I stand? How much more love can I enjoy? How much love can I give myself? Because when I give myself more love, then I have way more to give. And when my cup is full, I have so much more to give. If my cup is not feeling good and juicy, if it's empty, then it's going to be really challenging to give from that empty place and empty space. But if I'm feeding that and allowing it to bubble up and just gurgle up like a steady stream, And it's just that really soft and sweet volcanic eruption. It's just a constant steady flow that just comes up and over just gently and easily, just gliding all over the land and everything around it. That's the visualization that I really want to embody and celebrate and be in more and more every day. Because I know that it's so easy to go into the other eruption of anger or frustration or just having a bad day and sinking into that, and then having that erupt and just be all over everything. And I want to choose more and more of the juicy good days and the wonderful love that's going to seep out into all of the soil of my life and into all of the people in my world, and speak love and kindness, and have that be the fertilization that my life grows from, and that all of the seeds of my ideas can come from and express and be creating way more possibilities and magical amazingness for everyone involved. It's going to be better for me, and it's going to be better for everyone that I come across and everyone that I touch in my life. And I would recommend that you take a look at that and see what kind of eruptions you've been experiencing and what kind of eruptions you are committed to. What kind of an eruption are you committed to? I, for one, I'm committed to lava loving all over myself, and I recommend that you do that as well. So there's a beautiful, beautiful egret flying over right now. A bird. So that leads me to giving you a few steps to facilitate that lava love, and what you can do when you're in the middle of something that is maybe a day that's just kind of blasé, or a day where you're feeling a little melancholy, perhaps a little depressed, and you're not really feeling all that much love for yourself, or you're having one of those days where you just don't feel very pretty, or you're having one of those days where you just don't feel quite comfortable in your skin or in your body, and you're feeling just kind of meh, then the best thing to do is to take some breaths and just breathe and just say, okay, what is up for me? And feel the feelings. Acknowledge them and say, okay, I hear you. I hear you, body, that you're not feeling very comfortable today, or that you're maybe in pain, or that I'm not feeling super special or celebrated, or I haven't given my body or honored my body in that time that I'm really wanting to be able to feel the pleasures of my body, or give myself that time to take that luxurious bath. So try some of those things on. Give yourself that time to do a deep stretch yoga session if that's something that's calling to you and your body is calling out for some movement, or turn on some music and give yourself that time to just be able to move your body in ways that feel good, or just to have a good celebration. And if you're already feeling melancholy and your energy is low and you're like, hello spring, I have no energy to dance, I am way low on motivation, like give me some, that's not I'm not feeling it right now. Sometimes when we just get into it and start it, even if we're not feeling it, it can then start to bubble up some real authentic being with that music, or finding that pleasure, and your body might actually say, yeah, you know what, I actually need this. Or going out for a walk, giving yourself that simple pleasure of just going for a walk, or sitting out in your yard, finding that peaceful place for you, finding that area where, like for me, it's my hammock. I can just totally, like, let's do it right now. We're gonna just totally sit back and relax, right? We can just, chill together, okay? So give yourself that permission to just love on you, love on yourself, and I'm hoping you can still see me, okay? And for me, I really get to love extra special my belly. My belly is the area that I get to really let go of the self-criticism and the harshness that I am with myself in that area, and release anything that doesn't serve me in that, and just really honor my belly for what it is and what it brings, and the digestion and the assimilation and the nourishment and the nurturing that it's given my own body and my children's body. And when I can go into the functions that my body has done and love it from there, then I can get on to some other loving, and I can release and let go of some of the harshness or the critical part of myself that has been holding me back from experiencing the love and the juiciness of my own body and in my own beingness of this life, because every day is special. Every day is a gift. And how can I fully maximize the peak pleasure potential in my day? I feel like there's so many times that there's such a beautiful day before me, and I can see the beauty, and I can know that it's there. And am I allowing myself to fully be in, celebrate, and experience that to its maximum? Am I giving myself permission to relax, to enjoy in my maximum capacity? And who told me, or who told you that you weren't good enough or beautiful enough? And how can we let go of those things, those ideas, or those beliefs that tell us these negative things about ourselves, that keep us from loving ourselves and celebrating ourselves and being like that little girl who doesn't care and can jump into the swimming pool or jump into the cold water because it feels good, and not be self-conscious about what someone might think or how she might look, or if her hair is perfect, or if her lips are done up in the right color, or her eyes or her mascara is doing whatever the mascara is doing if she's cried and it's smearing down her face. If we can really give ourselves more space and ability to just really be who we are in every moment and in every way, every day, and keep ourselves locked in to maximum peak pleasure potential in loving ourselves so deeply and so fully that it does erupt, and it is a celebration, and it's like fireworks coming out of our every pore in our being, that we love ourselves so much that we light up from the inside out, and that everyone who experiences us, even on a day where we might feel tired, even on a day where we might not be feeling 100%, that we can still love ourselves even in that moment, even in those moments of real rawness and feeling underslept or overworked, whatever that stressor is for you that makes you feel a little bit less or a lot less. How can we minimize that critic and that inner talk, and speak life into ourselves, speak love into ourselves every day and in every way? Louise Hay has such a simple and such a profound affirmation that I have been doing and following for many years. She has really powerful thoughts and affirmations. I have an entire deck that I love to pull and keep that as a mantra for the day. And also in her books, one of the best, she says it's one of the best things you can take on for an affirmation is I love and approve of myself. I love and approve of myself. So here's another tip and tool, is to just be able to be in that and to celebrate that and to say it over and over and over all day long. I love and approve of myself. I love and approve of myself. And in her writing, in her book, You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay, she mentions in that she really recommends that you write it down if you need to, and that you say it to yourself at least 300 times a day. 300 times a day. And you might think, wow, that is so many times. Like, are you kidding me? And what she said in her book is that guaranteed you're at least doing double of that in negative talk, in negative self-talk. It's so prevalent and so easy to just go into the negative experience, and you're telling yourself at least 300 or more. You're telling yourself probably at least 600 thoughts in the negative department. So just to combat that, the 300, that's huge, to just be able to continue that mantra and really get into that feeling of I love and approve of myself. And she says, you are making progress. You know when you're making progress when you can actually say I love and approve of myself in the times that are the most difficult, in the times that you are having the hardest time loving yourself. In the times when you can remember to say that, in the times that you feel like you're at your worst, or that you really screwed up, or that the decision that you made wasn't a good one. When you can actually accept yourself during that moment, or even just get to the point where you can say, I love and approve of myself. And even if you don't feel it fully and you feel like it's a lie, just saying that to be able to remind yourself to, hey, I love and approve of myself. This is my goal. Even if I don't feel it now, I'm getting better every moment. Every day I'm getting better. Every day I'm getting more and more of that love and approval of myself. Even if it's just a little bit more today. I'm loving and approving myself. I love and approve of myself. I love and approve of myself. So try that on, to give your body the attention it needs, whether it's in taking that juicy, lovely bath, hanging out in your favorite spot, that wonderful chair that you have, taking that nap in the middle of the day if you can. Whatever that piece is, it's going to fill you up and give you that nurturing, give you that feeling of you have done something for yourself and giving yourself that pleasure and that joy. Abraham Hicks talks about it all the time. She talks about choosing joy, just doing what makes you happy most of the time. That if we can get into just what makes us happy more and more often and follow the highest vibration, what feels the best, if we follow what feels the best, then that can lead us onto our best path. If we follow what feels good and what makes us happy, what lights us up. When we're focused on being happy and being in joy and just being able to have that pleasurable experience, being in pleasure more, choosing that pleasure, then we can get more and more of that bubbly, juicy, volcanic love, lava love all over ourselves and all over everyone else. So if it needs to be a bath and a relaxation, if it needs to be alone time, if it needs to be writing down affirmations or listening to positive, inspirational messages, if it is simply that you take away, I love and approve of myself. Every time you have a negative thought, that you combat it every time with an I love and approve of myself. Another one of my coaches, you've probably heard me talk about if you've listened to any of my podcasts or YouTubes before, is Danette May. I've been following her for a while, and I love that she brings on and has brought to me and I love that, the phrase, and I love that. Anytime we have something that we don't really love about ourselves, or that is considered to be a weakness or a piece of ourselves that we don't really love, to be able to shift that and say, yeah, I have whatever it is. I'm feeling exhausted right now. And I love that. I love that about myself, because I feel like even if you're not fully feeling that you love it, just giving yourself the ability to try that on and to say, and I love that, is practicing that I love and approve of myself no matter what, in just a little bit of a different way. So I love that. I say a lot of fill in the blank. Say you're trying to work on something in your speech habit or in your vocabulary, and you continue to have that same habit that keeps coming up, and you keep speaking something that you really you want to take out of your vocabulary, and you say that, and you can say, I'm continuing to make that mistake, and I love that, and I'm learning, and I am working on it, and I'm at least conscious that I'm doing it. Does that make sense? Does that resonate? So try on some lava love. How does lava love feel to you? In what ways can I love myself more today? Just ask yourself that. In what way can I have more pleasure today? In what way can I experience more pleasure? In what way today can I celebrate me more? In what way can I receive more love today? In what way can I see that I am increasing my love? What would it look like if I did love myself more? In what ways can I love myself more so that I can love others more? And if I love myself, just play some pretend here for a minute. If I love myself fully, and if I love myself with this lava love eruption, how would I show up differently? How would I feel in my body? What would I do in my life? Would the same things still be holding me back? Would the same fears, would the same self-consciousness be holding me back? Would the same things be present for me if I loved myself more, if I loved myself fully? How can I love myself more? How can you love yourself more? In what ways are you committed today to love yourself more? I'd like you to write down 3 things, 3 ideas that have come through this conversation that you are wanting to take into your day. Just 3 things that have come up for you during this podcast, during this YouTube. 3 things that you can look at and say, this is what I'm going to do for myself and how I'm going to love myself more. So 3 things, 3 solid things, write them down. Whether it's going to be, I'm going to say I love and approve of myself, or I'm going to speak a different affirmation, such as, I'm celebrating my success. Every little thing I do and accomplish, I'm celebrating. Or taking on 3 affirmations, or that you're committed to erupting in lava love rather than in the negative experiences, or in anger, or in frustration, or in critical, having that critic voice speak so loudly. That you're working on amping up the volume on the love, and committed to speaking love to yourself daily, throughout the day, all day long. Or that you're committed to giving yourself and your body the time to reconnect, the time to dance, or the time to move, or be out in nature, go for a walk, or to take a luxurious bath, or to get an amazing massage, or to spend the time just brushing your hair if that's something that you enjoy. Whatever it is, take that opportunity to enjoy your time, enjoy yourself, and enjoy your life, and enjoy your day moment by moment, and continue the mantra of, I love and approve of myself. And take on some lava love today. See what kind of amazing magical eruptions you can create, and see if you can increase your love more. And what I know is, I've been on a self-love journey for quite a long time, and I know that it's a work. I'd like to shift that, actually. I know for me it has been an ongoing process, and I want to turn it more into play, and into pleasurable play, and loving myself more. And I'm getting better and better at it all the time. And I still get to be conscious, and I still get to be aware of the places where I'm not allowing myself to love myself, or where I'm getting hung up on something where I don't feel like I deserve that love, or allow that love in, or that I have a cap on that. How good can I stand it? How much pleasure can I take in? And is it selfish to have more love, or do I create drama if my life is really going juicy and well, and there's this amazing experience happening and I'm just enjoying? Do I end up creating some kind of drama to bring that vibration and energy down, and keep it just at that one level, my ceiling of how good I can stand it? Or am I willing to blow the lid off of that and say no more? I am willing to receive, and I am way open to allowing more love and more gifts and more joy in my life, and to fully 100% love myself, and to be able to take that and magically send that out. Because the more love we have, the more love we have to give. So increase your love, my loves, and I hope that this has been a piece of wonderfulness in your day today, and a piece of loving and joy and sprinkling of some wonderful light in your day and in your journey. So find your amazing hammock, find your special space, and go spend some time in it, and journal on how you can love yourself more. Now, my darlings, thank you for joining in. Thank you for joining me on this experience and tuning in for another session. And I look forward to our next conversation. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to express and be real and authentic, and share with you what's been on my heart, and how I've been loving myself more, and working toward loving myself more all the time and continually. And if you want to hear more, tune in, subscribe, hit that like button, and subscribe so that you can make sure to tune into our next episode. And you can find me at Light Springkles on YouTube and on podcast Light Springkles, and that's LIGHTSPRNGKLES. And you can find me at lightsprinkles@gmail.com. So if you have any questions or want to find more about what I have going on, that's where you can find me. Thanks for tuning in. Have a beautiful, wonderful day, and love and light to yourself. And I hope that you love yourself more today and every day from this moment forward. Every day, loving yourself more. Bye now.